I think Cannon really was the real first breakthrough.
Yeah.
I think it was, and then after that, stuff just started coming. Like,
so when you put Love Is Raised together, were you guys already still in place? Like, did you guys A&R and exactly produce that album, project?
Cannon was there helping me the whole time. Drama was there. You know, we were picking the music and stuff.
Lil Uzi Vert is one of hip-hop's most beloved rappers, and he ticks all of the boxes required to be a success in today's SoundCloud rap era. Brightly dyed hair? Check. Unusual stage name? Check. Miscellaneous mental health problem? Double check. But it seems now there's a new accessory that seems to be a fan favourite when it comes to positioning yourself as an underdog in the hip-hop scene. No, I don't mean a Xanax addiction, whilst that is completely true. I am talking about a completely fucked record deal that you can complain about at every single turn. Yes, much like country music is obsessed with stupid hats, pop music obsessed with stupid twats, and rock music obsessed with chewing bats. Hip-hop is obsessed with record deals right now. Whether it's that age-old story of 7-figure record deal immediately pissed up the wall by a one-hit wonder, see Trinidad James or OG Mako, or the obsession with obnoxious independent artists breaking through the mainstream with the help of their enormous independent fan bases and unlistenable catalogs. Hell, I remember endless pontification about how many millions of dollars Macklemore was going to make independently when he first started blowing up. But it goes back to that age-old question. If a Macklemore song goes #1 but nobody actually bothers listening to it, did it make a noise? Anywho, hip-hop has had years of record label fuckery that has really caught the attention of the fans. Whether it's rappers like Snoop or Dre desperately trying to get away from Suge Knight's dodgy record deals for years, then you've got Lil Wayne, Young Money and Drake who desperately tried to get out of their terrible deal with money-grabbing cue ball Birdman for many years. Hell, or even the pinnacle of label drama recently when it emerged that UMG, Universal Music Group, had accidentally burned 500,000 of their artist masters and not told them for a decade. Hey, and while we're on the topic, if you hate UMG as much as I do, I would definitely recommend you go to my merch store and cop an Unlawful Money Grabbers tee. Support the good fight and keep saying fuck UMG. But in recent years, there's been no better example of a classic label fallout than what happened with Lil Uzi Vert's deal. He spent the last few years constantly throwing public tantrums and trying to throw his mentors under the bus. But the question is Lil Uzi Vert's deal really that bad? In January 2014, Uzi drops his first official project, Purple Thoughts Volume 1. This is when he was just going under the name Vert, which was inspired by vertical drops on skateboard ramps. He later decided to jazz up this lackluster name by adding on the term Lil Uzi after somebody suggested that his fast flow sounded a little bit like a machine gun. Other names that were left on the cutting room floor include Tiny Gun Ramp, Small Chopper Board, or my personal favourite, Dinky Stick Flip. Anywho, the Purple Thoughts project included a couple of tracks that were produced by an early mentor of Uzi's. It was female Philadelphia mogul DJ Diamond Cuts, who was one of Uzi's early supporters and was the first person to actually play him on radio.
You know, I discovered Lil Uzi. So yeah, you know.
You discovered Lil Uzi? Now that I didn't know.
You didn't know that?
Nah.
He had a couple songs, nothing too big or whatever. My husband called me, Buzz, and he said, yo, it's this kid, Samir. I really like him. I think we should work with him. And I said, let me check him out.
They met because Uzi's first manager was actually her fiancé, and it was Diamond Cuts playing some of Uzi's songs on the radio that eventually caught the attention of Def Jam A&R and curator of some legendary mixtapes, including this classic Nas mashup, The Lost Tapes, Don Cannon. Cannon passed on Uzi's name to a longtime friend and collaborator of his, DJ Drama, who he met while studying at Clark Atlanta University. DJ Drama, if you don't know, is a legendary DJ from Philadelphia who is famous for putting together the Gangsta Grillz mixtape series, which he's done for the likes of Lil Wayne, Chris Brown, Gucci Mane, and countless other huge name rap artists. Now, don't get it twisted, the Gangsta Grillz series is just as famous for its A-list lineup of rappers as it is for DJ Drama shouting all over the tracks like a young DJ Khaled. In fact, one of DJ Drama's most frequently used catchphrases is saying at the end of tracks, "We gone!" Man, I wish Khaled would be gone. He's also got a series of Khaled-esque compilation albums which he's put together with the unfortunate title Quality Street Music, or if you're from the UK, Quality Street Music. Now, when Drama and Cannon managed to link up with Uzi, they say he didn't really have a situation going at all. So Cannon and Drama invited Uzi to join their art collective, The Academy, which at the time was just an incubator for young artistic talent and wasn't really a full-blown label yet. And so together, they produced the next Lil Uzi Vert project, The Real Uzi, which dropped in August 2014. In 2015, Uzi drops his first commercial mixtape, Love Is Rage, which he recorded at Drama and Cannon studio.
Yep, I made the whole Love Is Rage at Mean Street, the whole from top to bottom, the whole thing in the B room. the whole thing.
Interestingly, this was originally going to be part of the Gangsta Grill series, but eventually Lil Uzi Vert decided against having DJ Drama shouting all over these tracks.
When the decision was made for it not to be,
No talking drama.
it was. I was like, my man, I'm with you 100%. However, you know, however you see your vision, I'm rocking with it.
Nice move. Now this mixtape is a runaway success, and within a few weeks of its release, Lil Uzi Vert is signed to Atlantic Records through a joint partnership with a record label that Drama and Cannon have just set up, Generation Now. Interesting tidbit, Drama and Cannon actually beat Kanye to the punch when it came to signing Lil Uzi.
Then at the same time, Cannon was interested, Kanye was interested. You know, Cannon didn't want to lose him to Ye. You know what I mean? So he said, Uzi, come down to Atlanta. Let me show y'all how we work.
Now, seemingly at the time, this deal was a great setup for Uzi. It's very easy to forget, considering how much goddamn bitching Uzi has done over the years, how much of a good thing this deal was for him at the time. Suddenly, being on a major label had a lot of perks, and Uzi was immediately getting big-name features and production from the likes of A$AP Ferg, Rich the Kid, Metro Boomin, and even Young Thug. He went from playing tiny concert venues with just a few hundred people to selling out stadiums on tour, opening for Wiz Khalifa and Fall Out Boy.
You know, we went from, I guess he went from small venues to opening up to
Fall Out Boy
and Wiz Khalifa in front of 15,000.
And it was too much. I'm not even gonna lie.
for 2 months.
So don't get it twisted, no matter what's been said in this entire freaking debacle, Uzi's got the talent, but he was discovered by Don Cannon and DJ Drama. They gave him a professional studio, professional beats, big name features, a major label deal, and literally put him in stadiums touring with the biggest artists in the world. Not a bad deal. And again, despite all of Uzi's shit talking about DJ Drama and Don Cannon in 2019, we end 2015 with Uzi in a pretty sweet situation that they are responsible for. Now, at the start of 2016, Lil Uzi, Drama, and Don Cannon do an extended interview together on the Rap Radar podcast. At this point, everybody seems to be on great terms together, and we hear a lot about how DJ Drama and Don Cannon helped Lil Uzi get himself off the ground and to this point. And Uzi continued to smash 2016 with the full support of Don Cannon and DJ Drama. He dropped another big single, Money Longer, and then came out with his next big mixtape, Lil Uzi Vert vs. the World, in April. This was a huge release, hitting number 37 on Billboard and staying there for a whopping 55 weeks, eventually going gold. And the success train just kept on chugging along. Lil Uzi Vert was then announced to be going on tour with Kodak Black, the Parental Advisory Tour. And hell, at the point where you might think that Uzi might just be getting tired of winning, the DJ Drama and Don Cannon juggernaut just keep plowing through the industry. And in June 2016, Uzi was also given a prestigious place on the XXL freshman list, also known as the 50% chance that in 4 years' time you'll be flipping patties at McDonald's freshman list. And as you can see, DJ Drama was positively chuffed about this.
My artist is popping, and shout the XXL freshman cover came out today. My man Lil Uzi Vert, who I signed to my label, Generation Now, to Atlantic Records, is right in the middle, smack dab. So, you know,
you get a little heat out here, too.
I'm here.
All right.
He's moving.
Drama and Cannon used the momentum from that XXL announcement to launch the music video for Money Longer, which ended up getting that song a place on the Billboard chart at number 92, later rising to 54 and going double platinum. And they followed that with the song You Was Right, which ended up peaking at number 40 on Billboard. But no rest for the wicked, and in July, Uzi dropped the mixtape The Perfect Love Tape. This landed at number 55 on Billboard and went gold. October, and Uzi is announced to be going on tour with The Weeknd. And don't get it twisted, this is not a small tour. The Weeknd is literally going stadium to stadium, selling out the biggest venues the world has to offer, even doing 2 nights in a row at London's O2 Arena, though not quite enough dates to turn it into the O3. Now, considering how lucrative tours are, and the fact that Uzi is basically playing every single stadium that he can get his hands on, he should be thankful to DJ Drama and Don Cannon for putting him in this incredible position to earn hella cash, play some of the biggest venues in the world in only 2 years. I'd be grateful, personally. But if you thought that was enough, hold the phone, because these guys do not get tired of winning for a minute. And before the end of 2016, Uzi drops a joint mixtape with Gucci Mane entitled 1017 vs. the World. And it's only in December of 2016 that the cracks begin to appear in his relationship between DJ Drama and Don Cannon. Rumors that Uzi is signed to Wiz Khalifa's Taylor Gang Records begin to surface after Wiz presents him with a Taylor Gang chain on stage.
Taylor Gang.
We got Lil Uzi Vert now.
This took place at Uzi's Very Uzi Xmas show in Philadelphia. I always thought Very Uzi Xmas is just what you get when you fire a schizophrenic mole Santa and he comes back to get revenge. But the rumors that this is a proper Taylor Gang record deal are immediately shut down by DJ Drama on Twitter, beginning the long-running trend of Drama and Uzi airing out their label disputes publicly on Twitter. And thus, in 2017, a humongous song drops which is about to change Uzi's life forever. In January 2017, Uzi features on the monster #1 hit Bad and Bougie along with Amigos. Now this had actually already quietly dropped in October of last year, but it didn't blow up and go #1 until 2017. Uzi keeps the momentum going by dropping his Love Is Rage 1.5 EP while still on tour with The Weeknd. This 4-track EP features the legendary song EXO Tour Life, or EXO Tour Life Free, EXO Tour Live Free, EXO Tour Life, which was inspired by the tour with The Weeknd that Uzi was on. After beginning to play EXO Tour Live Free on stage on The Weeknd's tour around the European leg, it began to blow up on SoundCloud. By March, Uzi has remastered that song and dropped it as an official single, initially landing at number 49 on Billboard before rising to number 7 and going on to become one of the most streamed songs in America that year and going 7 times platinum. God, 7 times platinum, Jesus! However, drama starts brewing, excuse the pun, and by March, Uzi is falling out with his label bosses, suggesting that his album Love Is Rage 2 is not going to release because apparently some old person who doesn't know what's going on doesn't want it to drop. And he basically confirms that he's talking about DJ Drama by immediately retweeting people that have replied to his tweet who said DJ Drama. Drama later laughed this off in a Complex interview, saying that you basically just have to let Uzi speak his mind. Very wise and mature words, but what do you expect coming from some old guy? Meanwhile, in a since deleted and hard to find clip, Don Cannon comes out saying that Uzi's album is not dropping anytime soon, before backtracking and then stating that his album will drop SOON, which on further inspection does spell soon. By May, Uzi is so depressed about his label situation that he tries to kill himself by jumping off of a 20-foot bandstand. Fortunately, he did survive this incident and only killed 2 of his insignificant fans. But it turns those arguments were a complete waste of breath because August rolls around and Uzi's Love Is Rage 2 finally drops. It features that song EXO Tour Live Free as an official track, which gives it a massive sales boost, debuting at #1, selling over 135,000 copies. And it also had 10 tracks from that project debut on the Billboard 200. Uzi immediately took the opportunity to take an interview with formerly relevant radio DJ Zane Lowe, where he took the opportunity to immediately shit on his label bosses for getting him a #1 album.
How's that experience been for you? You know, you started fully independent and now you teamed up with a label and stuff. Like, do you enjoy that side of it?
I won't say I enjoy it. Those people really don't know me. They act like they know me, but you know, it's regular stuff.
At the end of the month, Ed Sheeran actually brought Uzi out at the VMAs, and they performed a lackluster medley of Shape of You and EXO Tour Life, which for some reason was obnoxiously recorded on a 360 camera, though it was handy because it did allow you to look away from Ed Sheeran's ugly ginger mug. By September, Uzi is announcing an exciting tour called the 1629 Tour with Playboi Carti, which he immediately cancels because he said he needs to focus. I assume he means he needs to further focus on disappointing his mentors and fans. Meanwhile, EXO Tour Life continues to blow up, and in the midst of his public arguments with his label bosses, rumors begin to surface that on that song he only made a measly $900,000, whilst his label took home over $3.5 million. I say rumors, what I really mean is academics bitching in his basement.
They're saying the song is expected to rake in $4.5 million. Okay, now Atlantic Records is going to get that money, going to pay out a bunch to a bunch of people, and the surprising thing to some people, especially fans, is that out of that $4.5 million that EXO Tour Life will make, Uzi pockets about $900,000.
Now, in his defense, Academics is pretty clear in his video that he's not saying that Uzi should have been paid more, or that Uzi is being screwed over, or that Uzi even has a bad record deal at all.
So if you really think about it, Uzi doesn't have that bad of a deal, right? Uzi's getting 20% of his sales with the song EXO Tour Life. Now, he signed to Generation Now, right, which is owned by DJ Drama, and of course, Don Cannon, Lake Sheezy's in the mix. Then that label has a joint venture with Atlantic Records, and everybody gotta eat, B. Everybody got to eat.
But that didn't stop the Uzi dick riders rallying their support and taking that headline of 900k to Uzi and millions to his label and running it as a hit piece against Uzi's terrible record deal. But hey, it could have been worse. I mean, there were rumors initially that Uzi was going to sign to Birdman's Cash Money label, offering 5 albums in exchange for a peanut butter jelly sandwich, a used Chrysler Prowler, and 3 yearly rubs on Birdman's bald head for luck. Hey, why do you think Drake sold so many albums? In 2018, things go from bad to worse, and on the 12th of January, Uzi decides to take to Twitter and tell all of his fans never to sign to a DJ or rapper. Drama replied to this saying, let's state some facts and see who's really on some fake shit. Before Uzi pulls out the Uno reversal card and tells Drama that he was just giving advice to his young fans and Drama must be the one who has a guilty conscience. Grow the fuck up. Anyway, Rich the Kid decides to even jump in and suggest that Uzi should have actually signed with him. Yeah, nice one, Rich the Kid. If he's unhappy with being signed to a DJ, why doesn't he just sign to a rapper? Hey, while you're there, why doesn't he just sign to an imprint underneath Waka Flocka's blunt roller? How about that? Anyway, Uzi clapped back in a deleted tweet saying that he's not going to sign for some rapper for those 20 racks, and that led to a much more robust feud between Uzi and Rich the Kid, which I literally don't have time to cover here, but if you're interested, leave me a comment below and maybe I'll make the story. And for the record, Drama did confront Rich the Kid about this in an interview a few months later.
A couple months ago, Uzi went on the internet, made a couple comments. I responded to his comments, and then you responded to his comments. I'm not gonna lie, Rich, I felt a little way, like, you know, you said something. Do you remember what you said? You said something like, you know, if your CEO ain't treating you right over there, you come over here rich forever.
But weirdly, a few days after this Twitter spat, Uzi comes out with another tweet saying that he likes Don Cannon, but fuck everyone else, assuming that means DJ Drama. So I think we can establish that DJ Drama and Don Cannon have massively mismanaged Lil Uzi Vert's career, and there is no better evidence than the fact that 2 weeks later, Lil Uzi Vert is nominated for 2 Grammys. One for Best New Artist off the back of Love Is Rage 2, and one for Best Male Performance as part of Bad and Bougie. Uzi shows off his gratitude by talking trash about them on the red carpet at the Grammys.
I saw on Twitter actually that you recently got into a little bit of a spat with DJ Drama. Is everything okay with that and your label?
Oh yeah, I'm just a person that just speaks my mind. Like, if I get mad at you, I'll tweet you.
Sure.
So I'll just, whatever.
Fucking DJ Drama and Don Cannon making me schlep all the way over here to the Grammys because they made my career take off. Ugh! And a week after that, Cannon and Drama continue to drive Uzi's career into the ground by getting him lucrative performance slots on Stephen Colbert's Late Show. Now, it's really weird because I found out that this performance did happen, but there is no footage of it available online and it seems to be scrubbed from the internet. My first thought was that this was probably because of some label fuckery, maybe there was some dispute over this performance, but after eventually doing some more digging and finding it, it's basically clearly been removed because it's just a terrible lip sync job and a really lackluster performance from Uzi. To be fair, you can't blame him for this lackluster performance. I mean, the guy was probably fuming about the fact that he was being forced to take up this amazing opportunity by his label bosses. Ugh! Damn you, DJ Drama! In May, Uzi drops a verse alongside Kanye West on Travis Scott's song Watch, which ends up going to 16 on Billboard, another W. And in May, Don Cannon announces, in reply to a tweet listing all the best albums that are coming out this year, that they need to also watch out for Uzi Vert's album, which is coming out this year. It didn't. Meanwhile, that same month, Uzi trolls his fans by saying that he has 1,500 songs with Young Thug. That's some Viper level shit. In June, Uzi teases the release of his new single, New Patek, alongside a delightful video of him dancing on Instagram. Then in July, Uzi announces the title of his new upcoming album, Eternal Atake. Not Eternal Awake, Eternal Atake. You gotta get that right. What a fucking stupid name. Sorry. Uzi did attempt to elaborate on the meaning of this title in a tweet that basically made no sense, and in my eyes, this level of pretentiousness takes you from the category of rockstar right down to I'm 14 and this is deep. But anyway. But then in a bizarre twist, Uzi is threatened with legal action by the Heaven's Gate cult, who claim that he stole his cover art from their copyrighted materials. Sure looks that way. Apparently Heaven's Gate was actually a deadly American cult which believed that the earth was going to be wiped clean, so they entered a suicide pact and almost 40 people killed themselves as a result. Kind of a tasteless choice of cover if you ask me. Word of advice to Uzi, if you are going to infringe on some artwork of a deadly suicide cult, you might want to make sure that all of the members are indeed dead. And in December, Uzi goes on stage and tells the crowd that that Eternal Atake album is done. And he's going to drop it, but he doesn't say when. He just goes on to play his new single, That's a Rack, which dropped in April 2019. 2019, and Uzi kicks off the year with some heavy lying and capping, saying that he's out of the rap game and he's deleting all of his music. A day later, Uzi posts this video clarifying his comments and saying that he's been trying to release music but his label aren't allowing it.
Y'all talking about drop something at least. I'm trying to drop something. I dropped new Paddock. Like, that shit ain't get leaked. I've been trying to drop something. Bro, this is my life now. All I can do is make music.
But it's in February that we truly see just how bad Uzi's financial situation has gotten. On February the 18th, Lil Uzi Vert's car collection goes on display at the Philadelphia Auto Show. And as you can see, Uzi clearly got a raw deal. His collection only includes a pitiful 7 cars, which is only worth a measly $2 million. They're all in the same disgusting olive green paint color, which I assume he only did to save money on paint. The collection only included 2 coupes, which was the Audi R8 and a jacked up Bentley Continental, both of which are models that are over 10 years old. Whilst he clearly couldn't afford a Ferrari, and considering the fact that the Bentley Continental is literally the cheapest Bentley model out there, he did manage to shell out on a Bentley Bentayga truck, which retails at $200,000. Along with that, he does have the new Rolls-Royce Cullinan truck, and whilst he clearly must have had the $325,000 to buy that truck at retail, he clearly didn't have the extra $115,000 that Young Dolph had to get a custom Hermes interior. The same goes for his Lamborghini Urus truck, which retails at $200,000, but he again clearly didn't have enough money to upgrade to the ugly Kanye West dinner plate rims. He also has a custom Dodge Hellcat, which I admit is kind of impressive because of this amazing shark teeth that he has painted on the front of it, but let's not forget that this is still a Dodge, and that is some broke boy shit. Uzi Vert, you broke boy, die you some broke boys, die you some broke boys, Uzi Vert a broke boy. And he also has this monstrosity, which despite being a huge car fanatic myself, I didn't even know what the fuck this thing was. Turns out it's a Rhino GX, one of the biggest SUVs in the world with a $220,000 price tag, but let's not forget, I've never heard of it, so it's trash. Damn you, DJ Drama. Why can't you just let this kid out of his deal already? He's clearly struggling financially. Just let him out of his deal already, man. Let him go, Drama. Let him go. But within a month, another scandal was brewing, and in March, runner-up to the least charismatic rapper in the game behind Big Sean, Nav, came out to publicly call out DJ Drama and Dom Cannon for blocking Lil Uzi Vert's verse from appearing on his album. Now, rumor has it this is because Lil Uzi Vert was actually holding up his next release, and his label bosses didn't want him appearing on other people's project before he dropped some of his solo stuff. Don Cannon replied with a caption basically saying that Nav was capping. A couple of days after that, DJ Drama came out and said that look, Lil Uzi Vert can release his project anytime he wants, he has our blessing. Basically a very polite way of saying, Uzi, you're full of shit. Uzi started putting out cryptic messages in response to that, basically telling Drama that he needs to be patient and that the guilty have something to answer for. To me, I thought this response was incredibly childish, and if anything, just affirmed the fact that it was Uzi who is holding up the deal, and that Drama and Cannon are actually the ones that are trying to push his music out. However, as the Twitter and Insta fingers continue to flex, Uzi puts out another post that's very spicy, essentially saying that if you want your album to drop, you shouldn't hang around with the boss's girl. Ooh! Now this is juicy because for many years, even way back in that same interview where Uzi, Vert and Drama appeared on Rap Radar, DJ Drama has been bragging about his super hot Playboy model girlfriend, Jessica Balenciaga.
She's a very attractive young lady.
Jessica Balenciaga!
I've never seen it before.
Nice. Now, I couldn't actually find any solid proof out there of anything happening between Uzi and Balenciaga, apart from some gossip shit rags basically saying that they've been shopping together. But hey, who knows what these guys get up to behind closed doors. But then again, when your girlfriend looks like that, and Uzi is a rock star, I could see it happening. I mean, would you trust your girlfriend to go shopping with Lil Uzi? Yeah, no. But then in the peak of all of this mudslinging, big news came that Uzi had signed a management deal with Roc Nation. A lot of media outlets reported this as Uzi's attempt to basically get back control of his record deal and try and sort things out. And it seemed to work. He was posting on Instagram back in the studio, basically thanking Roc Nation for getting his career back on track with the caption Free Uzi. I thought Free Uzi was just what they gave you on your first day of American high school. But let's not forget that Roc Nation are famously arbitrators of big label disputes. They previously stepped in to help Lil Wayne with his $50 million dispute with Cash Money, reportedly even paying Wayne's taxes whilst this was getting sorted out. Meanwhile, at the time, DJ Drama was just laughing it off whilst posted up with his other Generation Now member, Jack Harlow, aka Riff Raff if he had stricter parents. But real talk, whatever Roc Nation did behind closed doors, hey, it seemed to get things moving, and by April, Uzi was dropping the next single off of his upcoming album, a song called Sanguine Paradise. The official video for that ended up dropping in July, but still no signs of that Eternal Take album. So that's where we are today, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not usually one to take on a story that's unresolved, but I think there are a few things that are clear in this story that aren't going to change. Firstly, Uzi isn't just going to walk out of his deal with Generation Now. DJ Drama and Don Cannon found him and signed him fair and square. They frankly took this guy from absolutely nothing to doing shows at sold-out stadiums with the biggest artists in the world, #1 hits, #1 albums, Grammy nominations, some of the biggest performance slots in music history. Some of the biggest shit that you could possibly doing in only a couple of years, like 2 to 3 years. These guys deserve their dues. No one put a gun to Uzi's head and said, hey, you gotta sign this deal and we're gonna make you go on a stadium tour with The Weeknd, #1 album, Grammy nomination. No one forced him to do this shit. It was actually only when people started gossiping about how much he was making from his label deal that Uzi started kicking up a fuss, which to me just stinks of greed. And the impression that I get from Cannon and Drama is that they haven't mismanaged him, they haven't done anything shady, they signed him to a legitimate deal, they got him literally to the forefront of hip hop, and the guy's driving around in $2 million worth of ugly cars. So, I don't know. I think maybe Uzi was just getting greedy. He got to the pinnacle of his career with the help of Cannon and Drama, heard a little bit of gossip about how much money he was making, and thought that he could just Twitter fingers his way out of this deal and somehow keep all the money for himself. Shit don't work that way, Uzi. And I think Uzi has been a little bit of a dick throughout all of this, not just for throwing Cannon and Drama under the bus, but if you go way back to DJ Diamond Cuts, that first DJ who actually believed in him, gave him beats, put him on the radio, got him in front of Cannon and Drama. If you go and look at some of her interviews, Uzi really screwed her over.
He went to Atlanta, started little by little, he wasn't talking to us anymore. I had called Cannon, I'm like, yo, Cannon, what's up, what's going on? He was like, I don't know, he don't want us to tell y'all what's going on with him, and that's pretty much how it happened. We heard on the street that he got signed to Atlantic.
Wow.
Yeah. When you do all of that work and you get that close and then you get like somebody turns their back on you, it puts you in a dark space.
Seems to me that Drama and Cannon have kept it pretty much classy through and through this entire situation, and I personally think it's very interesting that nobody credible on the business or music side has really come out and said that Drama and Cannon are up to some shady shit. Uzi's the only one bitching about them. I haven't heard anybody else. It seems like their names are still pretty well respected in the streets and in the industry. Which leads me to my ultimate conclusion. There are only 2 reasons that Uzi did this. Firstly, because he wanted more money out of his deal, which he wasn't entitled to. But secondly, because he wanted clout. Because in an era where somebody like 6ix9ine can run around kicking up trouble, shooting at people, getting in fights, pulling up on people, getting attention, if you're not a tough guy and there's not any street shit that you can do on the road to try and actually build attention for yourself, what can you do? Start a beef with the people that signed you. And hey, if you haven't got any music to release and you're too small to start fights with people, what better way to stay relevant than having a big record label dispute? After all, we all know that hip hop is interested in record label drama. Because let's face it, if Lil Uzi got out of his deal, what the hell would he have to talk about? But hey, maybe DJ Drama is to blame for all of this. It might be his own fault for manifesting all of these problems by having such a ridiculous name. But then again, the stage name DJ Positive Business Relationship was never really going to take off. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that video, make sure that you go and check out my merch store. I've got tons of merch which I designed myself, and you should cop. So if you want to support me, go cop some of my merch. Go cop some of that, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Just go cop some of the merch. I'll do my thing. Hope you enjoyed that. Also, hope you enjoyed my new setup here. I've got a new little studio set up. Well, I haven't. I've just bought a couch, basically. I bought a couch because it's more comfortable than sitting on a chair. So that's good stuff. Hope you like it. I'm probably going to move some of these pictures around to make them a little bit easier to see. I mean, they're all blurred out anyway, but like, whatever. Hope you enjoyed that. Check out the merch store. Check out my other videos. Go check out the Snoop Dogg video I did recently. That one's fire. Appreciate it. Thanks very much. Peace out.